This home has been abandoned for who knows how long, just judging by all the antiques. But the cool thing about it is that it's completely frozen in time. This is the living room right here, arguably one of the best rooms in this house. But it's completely furnished with so many antiques, so many old chairs, and even this old TV right here too. Wow. And you could tell this is literally how the woman could have left it. Alright guys, in today's episode, I'm going to be taking you inside this pristine abandoned house. I just went in the most pain getting in here, but I'm inside and I'm happy. This house is completely frozen in time. Every room is set up just like the owners left it. All the bedrooms, all the rooms are completely frozen in time with antiques all around. And it's just one of the best houses I've ever been in. So let's go start the explore. Alright though, here we are starting the video off, going into this room right here, and this looks to be a kitchen and like a mini dining room over here as well. Got a nice table. Take a look at this detail right here. Just like it looks old fashioned, looks super old. And everything just looks super antique too, just judging from all these different pots and pans. And you know, just looking at everything, you could just tell the age of what everything used to be, and you know what everything was like constructed in. We've got an old clock up here. Take a look at that. But in this corner right here, right by the dining room, look at all this stuff right here. Got that plate, and this little figure right here too, and these little placemats as well. That's really neat. That's really neat. And right here's the table. You know, where you could have some like quick meals, maybe like breakfast, and cool window shades on the window as well. Really cool. But coming out of this room right here, we can see that this is a proper dining room right here. A really nice table, really nice cozy table, maybe for some special events like Christmas or Thanksgiving when everyone would be here. But we got a calendar. Let's see if we can find the date. I think it's like been ripped off for some reason, but it's a nice shelf right here, a bunch of old stuff on it, and this really old fan right here as well. That's really cool. And of course, everything is still on this table, just like the owners left it. What probably happened was an old lady lived here. She died, and she had no family to care for her things, which is really sad, but it's a cool lamp up here. I really like this. And you can see all the dust that's gathering on it. That's really neat. And right here in this corner, there's even more china and even more old antiques. Take a look at this old bell right here. And look at the cobwebs just growing all over it. That's so cool. Look at all this stuff. And right under it, you can see a nice lamp right here. And on the side, this old radio. Take a look at that, that's so cool. And in this corner, another cabinet completely full of china. Look at these old cups, look at the detail put into them, look at the designs. Take a look at this plate as well. Look at that. That's really neat. She was definitely religious too. But it's just super nice how everything is still frozen in time here. And even take a look at this old vacuum cleaner. I think this is a vacuum cleaner, yeah. You would just like push this around and it would vacuum everything up without being like electric. And these cabinets right here are still filled with stuff. This calendar right here is 2013. So I'm guessing like 2012 or even 2013 is when the lady here died. But you know, this house is really stuck in time. Even if it was abandoned in 2013, everything here is antiques and everything is kind of in like in 90s, even earlier. But look at this. This is the living room right here. Arguably one of the best rooms in this house. But it's completely furnished with so many antiques, so many old chairs, and even this old TV right here too. Look at that. That's so cool. I wonder if it even turns on. And we even figured out that this TV actually works. This house has power. If you turn it on, you just hear static. Nothing comes up on the screen, but you can still like move like the channels, and it's just, yeah, the screen's probably dead, but the TV still turns on, and that's really cool. And right here in this corner, this would have been like a mud room maybe, or a nice sunroom. No, you just sit here, have a nice chair, and you could look outside. You look at the road. A really cool desk right over here, maybe to do some work. Let's take a look at these magazines, see if we can see a date from these. But just looking at the cover, you can see it looks really old. This is actually from 1971, May 1971 right there, so yeah, this is really old. But just taking a nice little look at this room right here, you can see how old it is. And it's not even that decayed either. There's not a lot of mold or chipping paint. It's just frozen in time. But take a look at how cool this chair is. This rocking chair is so cool. Look at this. It's a lamp too. This Christmas tree is pretty neat too. It's really cool. But this house isn't exactly too big either. It's definitely not a mansion. It's just a few rooms in the first floor. And then once you get upstairs, there's just the bedrooms upstairs, and that's pretty much it. You know, it's not a big house. And of course there's a basement too, filled with a bunch of canned goods. We might take a look at that later. But this right here is the second floor. And we can see that there's two bedrooms right here. There's that one, and there's that one over here. This, I'm assuming, is a bathroom. Then right there's a door, maybe to the attic. But let's start off. Bedroom right here. Let's start with this. Wow. And you could tell this is literally how the woman kind of left it. You know, it's not super staged. It's not super cheesy. You know, there's not a crazy amount of set up things. You could really tell this is how she might have left it, you know. The Jesus right here might have been actually on the shelf. And then a mirror right here to take a look at yourself. And this old picture here, that's super old. These old curtains are really cool too. Give some good natural lighting. But just taking a look at the bed frame, you could tell this bed is beyond old. And the old sheets. And we could even see that there's cobwebs growing too. It's crazy the amount of time this place has just sat, you know, but at the same time, it's been, you know, just frozen in time here. It's really crazy. Really good house. We can see that right here's a shelf, some old pairs of shoes, and a chair. And then right there's a closet filled with our clothes inside. It's really cool. Going into this bedroom right here, this one actually doesn't seem to have a bed, so I'm not sure what this one would have been. Maybe this one would have been maybe just like a living room on the second floor, because I didn't see another mattress anywhere. So, and if it was just an old family, old couple, I don't see why they would have to have more than one bedroom. But I mean, it's a cool little setup right here. Nice ironing table, and maybe to sew right here, and a light to illuminate your works. And this right here is really cool too. This might look like it's just like an empty table, but if you open this up, you could pull up a sewing machine up here, and then put this table down. That wasn't as smooth as I would have liked it to be, but like 1 minute there's no sewing table, and now there's a sewing table, so that's really cool. And then if you want to take it off, you just lift it up again, and then take this little platform away, and tuck it back in, and then boom, that's really cool. And opening this door right here, maybe like a closet. This one doesn't seem to open actually, so I'm not sure what's in there. That's pretty much a mystery. I'm guessing it's just maybe like a little closet or something. But coming into this right here, This looks like to be a bathroom. And this is the only bathroom of this house too. And we can see that it's completely covered in dust and just a bunch of old stuff, really. And the toilet paper is still there. That's really cool. Okay, coming up the stairs to the attic, we can see that this would have been a little maybe extra bedroom up here, maybe like a spare guest bedroom. And this is really cool setup. And then in this corner, there's another sewing machine right here, and then right there a radio too. That's neat. One of these decorations. It's super hot in here too, though. It's very hot. It's a hot day. This bed's super cool though. And right next to the bed, there's actually this old chest right here. A bunch of letters in here. And this really, really old fire extinguisher. Believe it or not, this is a fire extinguisher. But that's really crazy. And walking back to this corner of the attic, there's like a little room in here. Let's see what's inside here. This looks like to be a little wardrobe. There's a bunch of clothes in here. Take a look at that. A little room in the attic. That's kind of strange. You can just close it up. Then on either sides, there's these little like passages going through. Very narrow, very small. I really wanted to show you guys the basement of this house too. Usually I don't, but just the amount of antiques in here in this one is just really cool. I can't pass this opportunity by. But just taking a look at all these jars and stuff, they were definitely into canning and just a bunch of different things as well. We're going down these stairs and looking around. It's kind of dark, but we have light. But take a look at all these canning jars right here. All these jars would have been used for canning maybe like old tomatoes and old vegetables and things like that, which is really cool. And going through this door, there's even more of them. There's a lot more. There's like a huge stash of them. That's pretty crazy. There's none of them with actual food inside, which is kind of strange, but they're just all like empty canning jars. But that's still really cool. And this right here, shout out to my daddy, pointed out, but this is a really old washing machine right here. I wouldn't even be able to tell what it was, but push to release. So maybe you would open this thing right here, all the clothes would go in here, but it just looks so old. Just the design and just the look of it. Wow. That's crazy. It's beyond old. Alright guys, we just finished exploring this abandoned house. I really, really liked it. It's one of my favorite houses, definitely. All the antiques were left and just everything was completely frozen in time. It wasn't trashed at all, and it was just a great house in general. But if you liked it, please like, subscribe, and see you next time.